did an as-built on it. So I just measured it with calipers and drew it in SolidWorks. Next, moisture probe. So once you click it, it just opens the file. Then you just drag it in and place it. Okay, so, and a lot of times stuff that looks pretty rough, like you'd see like these outlines and stuff, when you remesh that, it smooths it all out. So I put some of these, I did some testing with a particle photon and these moisture sensors, and I had them hooked up to some solar panels, just little solar battery packs, and it worked for about 2 days. Then we had a bunch of cloud cover, and it appears that the panels are not keeping up. Now this shows you all the control points, so you can actually move these individual points around, and you can also delete them. So if you have too many to move around, actually I think if we check this one out, this one should have more. Yeah, so this is what happens when smoothing this off, it just makes a tighter spline. Now I'm going to copy this. Actually, I'm going to just make it a single line like that. And because everything below the printing bed gets cut off in Mesh Mixer, I don't worry about sending things below the bed there. So we want that to be about the spacing of the pins there. So I'll just actually draw each wire. Okay, so back to parts. That's better. Now this is where it's nice to be able to add spline points, because we can connect that one there, and then just drop one in, drop one in. And then we'll turn our reference file as well and export again. We'll call this all. Cool. In the last video I talked about tolerances of parts and how it's best to do it in SolidWorks. But if you don't do that, you can scale your part in a known dimension, or in one dimension. To, in this case, to increase the size of the gap. Make another backup. So now I'm going to subtract the solids from each other. Looks good. Hour and 20 minutes. Just as expected, it flexes on the base and then snaps, and then the cable fits down the back side, and I'll just secure that with a zip tie, and then this goes like that, and there's our VR to 3D printed part.